Hello and welcome. In today's video, I am going to show you how to crochet this coaster holder. I'm very excited to share this pattern with you, so let's get started. For today's video, we will be crocheting with 2 strands of yarn. I will be using I Love This Cotton yarn from Hobby Lobby, a size 6mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, and a yarn needle. Here I have my 2 strands of yarn, and we're going to start with a magic circle. And to do that, I place the yarn over my fingers, grab the yarn from the skein, go around 2 fingers, crossing, take your crochet hook, go under 2 strands of the yarn, and grab the other 2 strands, slip it off of my finger, and chain 1. And I'm going to turn. We're going to place 8 single crochet stitches in the circle. We're going to go through the circle, grab the yarn, pull it through, grab the yarn, and go through 2. We're going to go through the circle, grab the yarn, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2. Now go ahead and place your 8 single crochet stitches in the circle, and I'll meet you back here. Here I have placed my 8 single crochet stitches in the circle. With that beginning tail, I'm going to pull to tighten up that middle circle. And we're going to slip stitch in the first single crochet stitch. Now here I like to count back to make sure that I am slip stitching in the first single crochet stitch. I'm going to go through that stitch. Now for the second row, we're going to place 2 single crochet stitches in each of the stitches around. We're going to chain 1, and in that same stitch, we're going to place the 2 single crochet stitches. And in the next stitch, 2 single crochet stitches. Now go ahead and complete this row by placing the 2 single crochet stitches in each of the stitches around for a total of 16. Here I have completed adding 2 single crochet stitches to each of the stitches around for a total of 16 stitches. We're going to slip stitch in that first single crochet stitch. We're going to chain 1. And for this row, we're going to place 1 single crochet stitch in that same stitch. And 2 single crochet stitches in that next stitch. in the next stitch, it will be 1 single crochet stitch, and in the next stitch, 2 single crochet stitches. Now go ahead and complete this row following this pattern. 1 single crochet stitch, and in the next stitch 2 single crochet stitches for a total of 24 stitches. Here we are at the end of row 3, and to complete this row we're going to slip stitch into that first single crochet stitch and chain 1. Now for row 4, we're going to place a single crochet stitch in that same stitch, a single crochet stitch in the next stitch, and 2 single crochet stitches in that next stitch. We're going to place 1 single crochet stitch in that next stitch, 1 single crochet stitch in the next, and 2 single crochet stitches in that next stitch. So to complete row 4, you're going to follow that same pattern: 1 single crochet stitch, 1 single crochet stitch, 2 single crochet stitches all the way around for a total of 32 stitches, and I'll see you here at the end. Here we are at the end of row 4. We're going to slip stitch into that first single crochet stitch, and we're going to chain 1. Now for row 5, this will be our last row of increases, and we're going to place a single crochet stitch in that same stitch, a single crochet stitch in the next, a single crochet stitch in the next, and 2 single crochet stitches in the next. Then we're going to go 1 single crochet stitch, 1 single crochet stitch, 1 single crochet stitch, and 2 single crochet stitches in that same stitch. Now this is the pattern you'll use to complete row 5. In the next stitch it'll be 1 single crochet stitch, 1 single crochet stitch, 1 single crochet stitch, and 2 single crochet stitches. Use that pattern all the way around for a total of 40 stitches. Here we are at the end of row 5, and just as we've done before, we're going to slip stitch into that very first single crochet stitch and chain 1. Now for this row, we're going to just place a single crochet stitch in each of the stitches around for a total of 40 stitches. Now that first single crochet stitch is going to go in that same stitch, and place a single crochet stitch in each of the stitches around, and I'll meet you here at the end. Here we are at the end of row 6, and that completes the bottom of our holder. Now we're going to start working on the sides. Now to complete this row, we're going to slip stitch into that first single crochet stitch, and we're going to chain 1. Now row 7 will be the most difficult row of all, but you can do it. We're going to place a front post single crochet stitch in each of the stitches around. Now to do that, we're going to place our hook around that post, come through. I'm going to grab the yarn, pull it through, and complete the stitch. Now what I did was, before we started, I took my hook and I loosened each of the stitches so that you can see what we're doing here. Now for the next stitch, you can kind of pull it through and you see that post. We're going to place our hook in that stitch, go around the post, come through, grab the yarn, pull it through, and complete the stitch. And one more. We're going to go through right there. Going to go around the post, grab the yarn, pull it through, going to yarn over and complete that stitch. And one more time, there's the next post. We're going to go through, grab the yarn, pull it through, yarn over, and complete that stitch. Now as you're working along, just pull it so it loosens so that you can see that post. And one more time. Now go ahead and place a front post single crochet stitch in each of the stitches, and I'll meet you here at the end. Here we are at the end of row 7, and as you can see, our sides are beginning to form. I've counted to make sure that I have the 40 front post single crochet stitches. And what we're going to do here is we're going to slip stitch into that very first stitch. We're going to chain 1 and turn. Now the reason we are turning is we want to be working on the outside of the coaster holder. So in that very first stitch, we're going to place a single crochet stitch. And in the next stitch, and all the way around, one single crochet stitch in each of the stitches. Here we are at the end of this row, and what we're going to do from here on out is crochet in the round. And what that means is we're not going to slip stitch into that first stitch and chain to create the next row. we are just going to place that single crochet stitch in that first stitch, and then just place a single crochet stitch in each of the stitches all around. And then when you get here, you just continue adding those single crochet stitches until your holder is as tall as you would like it. Now for mine, I measured, and it's just a little over 3.5 inches tall. So when I get to that height, I will meet you back here. Now we are ready to complete our coaster holder. I have crocheted in the rounds to just a little over 3.5 inches. I've measured from here to this stitch, and I've also measured from the bottom to this stitch. Now as you can see, we have 4 stitches left. I'm going to place a single crochet stitch in 2 of the stitches, and in the last 2 stitches we're going to slip stitch. Now we're ready to tie off. We're going to chain 1, cut the yarn, leaving plenty of yarn for sewing in, pull it through, and pull it tight. And as you can see, it's all the same height. Now what you have left to do is sew in the ends, and then don't forget to sew in that beginning tail. Congratulations, your coaster holder has been completed. Now it's ready to hold any coasters that you choose. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Have a great day and keep on crocheting.